Hello again to my YouTube channel. So today in this tutorial, I will share with you one of the strategies that we can use to retrieve our data more faster. So as we know all in the world of data, we can facing this struggle of the data. It will be less faster with time. Why? Because we have a lot of contributors. Maybe someone can have a role of data analyst, someone else can have role of data scientist or data or finance analyst, something like that, or BI role, and we work in the same database and we can work with the same fields sometimes. For that, each one of us query the data to retrieve the data, to retrieve the fields or the query that we want, and with time it will be less faster. For the reason, we have some strategies that we can use to make our data more faster. So one of these strategies that we have is what's called CTA, Common Table Express. Okay, Common Express is one of the strategies that we can face because that this this CTA is a temporary table still in the memory, and we work on it in this case to make our data more faster. So to do that, so let's try this example here using this Word database. So to work in this, we can just write in use, or before that, we need to show the databases that we have all in our server. Show databases, okay, semi-comma, and we want to see all databases that we have here in our server. So there is here our Word databases. We choose it, okay? We can just work this keyword of use for Word data and semicolon, and we run again, okay? And we are now inside of these databases of Word. Well, let's first try to query and see all the fields that we have in our databases. To do that, we can just using this keyword of select. So let's make it uppercase because it's a keyword, and we have select all from country table because I use or I want to work in this table of query. So, but before that, we can see the tables that we have, all tables that we have in these databases of Word. Can just creating this or writing this word of show tables. I want all the tables in this basis, and I run it now. I will see all the tables. This is all the tables that we have for now. But me, especially, I want to work with country table because it's content a lot of fields. Okay, and we see with me we have a lot of fields here. Can just show choosing one and or choosing the all the fields I want to work with it. Well, for now we can just write in a sample query, okay, and then I will show you CTA how we can implement it. Well, let's select continent, okay, we have continent field, and I want comma, and I want the maximum of so we have here, this saturation, this surface area. I want to see the maximum and the minimum and average of surfaces that we have in each continent. Okay. Well, we have surface area. I want to create an alias, writing like that as, for example, max surface surface. Okay, comma, and I want minimum or average first. On average. So average is surface of the edge. So the is here. of surface area. They want alias to rename the field or the new field that we're gonna get after running my query. And this let's call it Avish. So AVG surface, for example. Okay, comma. And let's also choose in the minimum surface that we have in each continent. This surface. So we have surface area as mean the surface. Okay. So let's divide it here. Make all this thing clear. So we have here. So we can use in this as alias or make it like that. Is the same syntax. We can get the same results. Okay. We want all these things from our table of country. Okay, and we need to group that by continent because in these aggregate functions we need to aggregate with some fields. Okay, because here I choosing this is my goal. I want to answer this question. I want to know what is the mean and max and average of each continent based on this surface area field. Okay, so for this reason, I need to using this clause of group by continent. Okay, so semicolon. So let's run our query now. See what is the result that we can get. So as we see with me here in this table that we generated after running of this query, we have the continent, we have max surface. So for North Africa, Asia, Africa, Europe, South Africa, and Oceania. So for each of these all, uh, and we have Antarctica, last one. So for each of these continents that we have here, we have max surfaces that we can get. We have average safe or average surface for each for all the countries that we have in each continent. This is the average surface. And also we have this main surface. Okay. Here let's make it 0. So surface, okay. So as we see with me now, we have this the result that we can get based on the query I have. So in most of time, why we using this CTA table or COM table expression? Because sometimes we it's this query or this kind of query, for example, it will be a routine of our daily routine. Okay, I mean by that each time can use it or each month or each week. That's depend of the skills of analysis I have. Okay, for this reason we need to make it as a CTA to make the results more faster. Well, to do that or uh to use or to work with CTE, here in MySQL, we have this keyword of with. Okay, we have with and it tracing the name of CTE that I want. So for in my example, let's call it just CTE1. Okay, and we have this keyword of as is necessary. Let's make it also a pair because it's a keyword, it's close. And let's open parentheses. Okay. And here, let's close also here the parentheses because this is the content of our CTE. Okay, so let's remove this semicolon. So for now, let's creating the query I want based on this CTE that we have. So to select or to apply the content of this the content of this CTE that we have, let's select all from city one. So uh let's run it now, and I get the same results. So we have one thing I need to explain more. It's about the CTE. So to run the query based on the CTE that we have, we should do run all these things, because if I go just to run, so let's create an assignment, add in a semicolon here, show you the error here. So if I run this query also without this CTA, without selecting all, I will get the result. So see with me this error that we have here. The table word city1 doesn't exist. Why? Because we are not select all these things. So for this reason, we need to remove this semicolon and select all these things. Okay. And at this time, we can get the result. Okay. Here. So that's why we're using CTE just to optimize the time and complexity that we're gonna face in with time, because we have a lot of people working the same server or the same databases. For this reason, we need to have some strategies like CTA to work well. So in next tutorial, I will show you more complex CTA, because we can, or we have the ability to create in a multiple CTA with the same in the same level. Okay, and we can join it, make all the city is more complex to return the result that we want. Okay, I hope that's clear for you all. I try now to make this syntax of CTA more clear. Okay, to work or to build CTA, we can just using this keyword of it. We starting with keyword and the name of CTE, and we have after that keyword of us, and we open the parentheses, and we have the content of our the query. Okay, here we can do a lot of things. Can work with the widow functions. We can working with aggregation. We can work with joining. We can join inside of this CTA to return this complex result that can be less faster when we use normal queries. So I hope that's clear for you all, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.